A historic shift, ANC's grip on power loosens. South Africa's political landscape is shifting. The African National Congress, or ANC, the party that led the fight against apartheid, is facing unprecedented challenges. For the first time since the end of apartheid in 1994, the ANC is projected to lose its parliamentary majority. This comes after years of declining support, fueled by public frustration over corruption scandals, economic stagnation, and a lack of basic services. The upcoming election is shaping up to be the most competitive in South Africa's democratic history. The outcome will have profound implications for the country's future and its standing on the global stage. Voters are grappling with difficult questions about the direction of their nation. Will they stick with the party that delivered them from apartheid, but has struggled to deliver on its promises? Or will they take a chance on new leadership? Adding to the uncertainty is the rise of new political parties and the resurgence of existing ones. These parties are tapping into the simmering discontent among South Africans, particularly the youth, who feel left behind by the ANC's rule. The economy is a major concern for voters. Unemployment is high, particularly among young people, and inequality remains stark. The government's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic also exposed deep-seated problems in the healthcare system. Key players, political parties and their promises. The African National Congress, or ANC, remains a dominant force. It draws on its legacy as the party that liberated South Africa from apartheid. The ANC promises to address inequality and create jobs. However, it faces an uphill battle regaining public trust. The Democratic Alliance, or DA, the main opposition party, is positioning itself as a viable alternative. The DA campaigns on a platform of good governance, economic growth, and job creation. It hopes to attract voters disillusioned by the ANC's performance. Another key player is the Economic Freedom Fighters, or EFF, a radical left-wing party. The EFF advocates for economic policies that would redistribute wealth from the white minority to the black majority. It appeals to young people and those who feel the ANC has not done enough to address inequality. Smaller parties and independent candidates are also vying for seats in Parliament. They represent a range of interests and could play a significant role if the election results in a hung parliament. This diverse political landscape reflects the complexities of South Africa today. It also highlights the challenges of governing a country with a history as fraught as South Africa's. Global ripple effects. South Africa's election matters. South Africa's election is being closely watched by the international community. As a regional powerhouse and a leading voice on the African continent, what happens in South Africa has implications for the entire region. The country's political stability is crucial for economic growth and development in Southern Africa. A peaceful and credible election would send a positive signal to investors and trading partners. However, a disputed or violent election could have the opposite effect, destabilizing the region and undermining South Africa's standing in the world. The international community is also watching how South Africa addresses issues such as climate change, inequality, and social justice. The country is often seen as a bellwether for other developing nations grappling with similar challenges. The outcome of the election could also have implications for South Africa's foreign policy. The ANC has traditionally pursued a non-aligned foreign policy, maintaining close ties with countries like China and Russia. However, some opposition parties have called for a more pro-Western stance. A shift in foreign policy could have significant implications for global geopolitics. Section 4. Unpredictable outcomes, a crossroads for the nation. Predicting the outcome of the election is a complex task. Public opinion polls suggest a close race, with the ANC facing a real possibility of losing its majority. If the ANC fails to secure a majority, it will need to form a coalition government with smaller parties. This could lead to a period of political instability as parties negotiate for power. A coalition government could also make it difficult to implement coherent policies. On the other hand, a coalition government could force the ANC to be more responsive to the needs of the people. It could also provide an opportunity for smaller parties to have a greater say in how the country is run. If the DA were to win the election, it would be a historic victory for the party and a major turning point for South Africa. However, the DA would face significant challenges in governing a country with such deep-seated social and economic problems. The EFF, while unlikely to win the election, could increase its share of the vote, giving it a stronger platform to push for its radical agenda. Section 5. Stay informed, the power of awareness. The upcoming election in South Africa is a pivotal moment for the country and the region. The outcome will have far-reaching consequences for South Africa's political, economic, and social landscape. It is essential to stay informed about the latest developments in the lead-up to the election and beyond. Follow reputable news sources, engage in respectful dialogue, and critically analyze the information you come across. Understanding the complexities of the political situation in South Africa is crucial for making informed decisions and engaging in constructive conversations about the country's future. By staying informed, we can all play a role in supporting a peaceful, democratic, and prosperous South Africa. This is not just about South Africa. It is about the values of equality, justice, and democracy that we all hold dear.